started pursuing photography about 7 years ago. I had just finished high school, and as a graduation present, my brother got me a camera, specifically the Olympus OMD EM1. That launched my love of videography and photography. But when I really think about it, what started me off was not that camera. It was a camera that I had when I was a child. Unfortunately, I broke it and lost it, and then couldn't even remember what kind of camera it was. After years of searching, I thought that it might be a Canon. Looked for Canons. It was not a Canon. I thought that it might be a Sony. It was not a Sony. And so then I kind of lost hope that I would ever find it. But imagine, a couple weeks ago, I was looking around at work. I work at an electronics recycling, and I came across the exact camera that started it all off for me. It is this, a Kodak EasyShare CX7330. I never thought that would be a Kodak camera, as their quality has kind of diminished with automatic cameras, but from what I remember, this was an amazing camera. Now, it might have just been kind of nostalgia in my childhood that made me think that. It might actually be a great camera, I can't remember. But today, I'm going to be testing this camera to see if it actually is as good as I remember, or if it is just my childhood nostalgia and forgetfulness of how bad it actually was. It runs on 2 AA's. One of the reasons that I haven't been able to film this video for a while, despite fixing it up and taking away a lot of the power issues that I was experiencing, is that it requires a super small SD card. So fortunately, I was looking around in my camcorder and found a 128 megabyte SD card. Those are very, very small, but I am able to take photos on it now, and I'm going to go on a little walk, little nature walk, to see exactly what I can take photos of. It's the beginning of spring, and a lot of these white trees are budding. So let's see what I get photos of. Now, I am not typically a nature photographer, but this does take me back to my childhood, because growing up in Alaska, that was really all that there was to photo. I now take a lot of photos of people. I love being in the inner city, taking candid street shots of people, shots of buildings and such, but there really isn't much of that in Alaska, so I didn't have any of that to photo or film. So now this takes me right back to that experience of taking photos of what was around me in nature, and yeah, it takes me right back with it. It is surprisingly fast for a point-and-shoot camera that is this old. Due to the speed of its autofocus, I think that it would actually be a great camera to take on the street for street photos. And honestly, even if the quality is subpar, I think that black and white photos look a lot better when they are not as great of a quality than color photos do. So I'll try to give a little comparison of white and black in this and color. I'll also be taking photos and showing you the raw capture that I get on it, and then the edited version of what I'm able to do now. Now that I've taken some photos in the light, in the bright sunlight, a bunch of patches of that, I'm going to try taking some photos in the dark. I found a little bit of a tree over here. I want to try taking some photos just of the regular kind of dark areas that I'm experiencing here, and then some also with flash to see how the flash holds up and how it reacts to the dark areas. And also, I don't think that it could be a test of a photographer, videographer like me if I didn't also test out the video capabilities. From what I remember, the sound is pretty bad, and it obviously doesn't have a microphone hookup. So I will try to see how the microphone on it is. Here's a test of the video and microphone capabilities on the Kodak EasyShare CX7330. It's a little bit of a dark test. Too dark. A little bit of a light test with the sun right on my face. See how it adapts. Also a little bit of a breeze. Let's see how that microphone picks it up. Should be pretty fun to watch this back. I think that's something that can often be lost on us as photographers and videographers. The farther that we get into our passions and kind of the professional side of what we do is returning to the whimsy and what brought us back to photography in the first place. I did it to take photos of my family, to take photos of vacations that we go on, and to just kind of have fun with the camera. And I think that we can often get in the way of ourselves of just taking photos because, and we feel like we have to have a reason or we have to get paid for it, and that's not the case at all. Sometimes it's fun to just pick up a camera that we used to own that is maybe a little bit older, maybe not as professional and good as we thought, and just take a couple pictures with it. Go out, see what you see, snap a few photos, have a good time with it. After taking photos with this camera and really experiencing it kind of all over again, believe me, the memories hit hard, the nostalgia hits hard, and I'm just reminded of taking photos when I was a kid. All of the places that I went, I remember going through Canada and taking photos with it. I remember being at home and taking photos with it. I remember being in the truck, taking videos with my brothers in it. So it definitely brought back a lot. The next time that I use this camera, I'll definitely be taking it to more of a spot that I am more accustomed to, which will probably be street photography, a little bit maybe downtown shots, some city shots, and I think that that will cater more to the places that I'm already kind of familiar with in photography, so I can test it to the extent that I would test any other camera. But for now, that is all that I have for today's video. Thank you all for sticking around. If you got to this part, if you are looking for photography content or enjoy what I have done, please like, follow, and subscribe. See you later. Also, just as a side note, I hate filming in public, I've found out. There have been about 7 people that have passed, and that's already kind of freaking me out because I've just been videoing as they walk by or bike by. I'd like to get better at that. Casey Neistat, give me some tips. I'm wearing the glasses already. Got that from him. Yeah. Wonder how I'd do in more of a city area that is more populated. Maybe it'd be easier because there are a lot more people around and it's not just me. So, I don't know. You got any tips for that? Anybody filmed themselves in public? I feel stupid. Have a good one. It's going to be a little bit of a time cut, but I'm back at the car after the walk, and I'm just testing to see how the environment changes the way that the microphone picks up the sound. So here's me in a much quieter environment.